Hey guys, welcome back to another video game review. I haven't done one in a while, and it is a good time to be talking about video game. There's so many new games coming out, and I know I haven't put out my review for The Last of Us Part 2. I haven't bought it yet. Still seem a bit risky to spend $60 on a game that I am probably gonna hate, or I might like. Who knows? I haven't bought Ghost of Tsushima yet. So the new games review, they will come eventually, but right now I want to talk about a very old game. Not too long ago, I got the BIOSHOCK collection, all three games for free because I subscribed to PlayStation Plus. It was the freebies for that month. This game, man, like I remember when I first came here, I tried it, on the PS3. I put it in. My cousin actually suggests that I play something else other than FIFA 13. And I remember getting so scared of that, that sequence when the character just got to Rapture and he looked out the glass, right, and he saw that little lady, right, that creepy lady killing someone, and the light is flickering, and I remember getting so scared of that I I went back to FIFA 13. But I am a little bit older now. I'm a lot older now, and I don't get scared quite as easily. So I was like, you know what? Let me get the BioShock collection and play it on my PS4 because I've been hearing so many good things about this trilogies, especially the first and the third game. So I'm gonna play through it for the first time. I didn't know that I was gonna play probably one of my favorite games of all time. This is one of the few instances where the setting of a story is a character, because Rapture it's a thing, it's a living thing. I mean, like a post-Civil War utopia underwater. Oh my god, just saying it out loud, it sounds incredible. So this game came out 2007, right? That's 13 years ago. A 13 years old game has no business looking this good and playing this good. The control is so tight, right? It feels like a game that could, come out right now. The FPS gameplay is so incredible. I mean, I do turn the sensitivity up to, maximum for all three games. I do feel like the game is a bit snappier and you play a little bit better on that sensitivity, but that's just me. It's just a personal thing. When I play FPS games, I like to be able to turn super fast. My aim got to be like snappy, just from years of playing Call of Duty. But for different people, they might play differently. Who knows? But the control and the gameplay is so good and so refined, right? And visually, these games, they for a 13-year-old games, it looks so good, just the level of details. There's something about the art direction, right, that makes all three games, but specifically this first one, feels so timeless. I guess what I'm trying to say is the game looks good for its time and is aged incredibly well. And this could be me complimenting an old game, for being ahead of its time, or this could be me complimenting a remaster done right. Either way is a win. The fact that I could play this game and I can see how it inspired like modern games, modern FPS, or just video games in general, in the way that it tells a story, in the ways that it builds the characters, in a way that the game feels, and the certain mechanics. You can see a little bit of BioShock in a lot of games. I'm going to say this right now, and this is going to be a hot take, but without BioShock, you don't get 2016 Doom. That is my hot take right there. Without BioShock, you don't get Doom 2016. Now, the game is a horror game, like the atmosphere and the tone of it is a horror game, but I don't remember getting scared. Like there's not a single moment in this game that necessarily scared me, but the creep factor is very impressive. This failed utopia that was once, a heaven for so many people, and it is now crumbled into the ground, or should I say below the ground, right? And there's this sense of history everywhere you look. And there's something about that is creepy to me. Let's say you look at a room, you go into a room, and you could kind of tell, okay, in this room right here, something really fucked up happened inside this room. You don't necessarily see it, right? You see the aftermath of what happened. But in your brain, you can put, pieces together to tell the story, which is why it is more creepy to me. I don't know why. And the splicers, they definitely help. I mean, like, think about it. They're basically zombies with a little bit more intelligence. Now that I said it out loud, it's a little bit scary. And let's talk about the Big Daddies. One of the more iconic figures in video game history. I love these guys. I love the fact that they are almost optional mini bosses in the levels. Like, you go to a different level and there are like 4 or 5 different Big Daddies just walking around. Some of them have a little sister on his shoulder. Some of them don't. The little sister, you can well, you guys know this by now. I feel like 90% of the world population is playing BIOSHOCK. Such a iconic game, right? So the little sister, I didn't harvest any of them. I killed the Big Daddies. I saved the little sister, right? Because I'm a good guy. Killing the Big Daddies is not easy. Because again, you're just a guy, and these Big Daddies, they are huge mechanical, figures. They're strong as hell. They're fast as hell. The drill, does so many damage. Some of them got crazy amount of guns, and taking on one of these Big Daddies it's just not easy. But it's so much fun though, like figuring out certain exploit, like you use a certain power. This one is actually OP, and I got footage of that later in the game. When you upgrade your abilities to be more powerful, you can hypnotize a Big Daddy and he would follow you for a really long time. So I did that, right? I hypnotized one Big Daddy to go fight another Big Daddy, and I just have my rocket my rocket launcher out, just waiting for the fight to be over. And I know whoever is the survivor of that fight is gonna be like this much health left. So I was just waiting for him to finish killing that one Big Daddy. The moment he turned around to look at me, I go boom, dead. And even then, he did some damage on me. He almost killed me. Like, that is just crazy. The gameplay in the BioShock games they're just so much fun. Like, whoever thought of this system of having guns on the right and power on the left, you're just a fucking genius. Like, the different play styles that could come out of this is just insane. Like, when you think about it, some people, they use different combination. Like me, I know a lot of you guys like the B ones, like when you use your abilities and you shoot out like a bunch of bees. I think that one is cool, but for me, I use I hypnotize a lot of Big Daddies. But my go-to is actually, it's pretty lame, but electricities. It is quick and efficient. I electrify someone. Like I zzz, right, little Palpatine actually, like zzz, right, zap them real quick, and then my shotgun, boom boom, dead. Now I do want to talk a little bit about the hacking, because I feel like the hacking in this game is not perfect. I don't enjoy doing it. The mini games where you connect the tubes and whatnot, I don't enjoy it as much as the hacking in BioShock 2, which I would talk about later. Not in this video though, in a different video. I thought it was by far the weakest part of the first BioShock game, the hacking. I just look for like materials to build the auto hack, so I can like just hack save, because in the save there's usually a lot of money. And also I feel like one mechanic that was kind of useless in the game is the aiming down sight. I just hip fire everyone. You know, I just zzz, and then right. I just zap them and then I shoot them. Hip fire, hip fire, hip fire. I do not aim down sight. And to be fair, aiming down sight in this game slow you down quite a bit. And you don't want to be, you know, moving slowly in most of the encounters. Like, you want to be moving around, jumping, and, you know, not sprinting, because you can't do that in the first game. But you do want to have a bit of mobility when it comes to, you know, combat. For me, aiming down sight, most of these guns, the iron sight is horrible, so you don't want to do that. You don't want to aim down sight. Just hip fire. And the twist, oh, the twist, man, when that happened, my jaw was on the ground. Like, my God, it's got to be one of the best twists in video game history. Well, until the third one, but we'll talk about that in another video. But you see, BioShock is one of the few series that balance, you know, character, story, and gameplay. Every single aspect of BioShock works, right? Some video games has really good story, but average gameplay. There are some video games that have really good gameplay, average story. BioShock is the only game that I could think of right now that balance both. A good story and good gameplay. Right. God, I love this game. So yeah, I played BioShock for the first time, and I love it. It is one of my favorite games of all time. For a 13 years old game, this thing is a beast. It is a masterpiece in storytelling, in gameplay. I have so much fun with this game. I love every second of it. I love the twist at the end. I love the characters. I love the setting. And the gameplay is just, it's so tight. Like, there are 2020 games that don't play this well, okay? Like, this game rivals all the FPS, all the action, all the sci-fi games that would come out today. It's so goddamn good. I'm gonna give BioShock a 9 out of 10. You see, usually when I do this type of video, I would talk about a whole series. Kind of like what I did with the Arkham games, the Uncharted games, right? But I just have so much to say about each game in the series of the BioShock trilogies that I just have to make one for each game, right? I can't just cram everything into one video. I have to make 3 different videos and talk about the 3 games separately. Hey guys, have you played BioShock? I feel like this is a kind of a stupid question, because of course you've played BioShock. I'm the only one on this planet that haven't played BioShock until this point. And let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you enjoyed my review, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to see more reviews like this, stay tuned for my review for BioShock 2 and Infinite. I do have a lot to say about those 2 games as well. Once again, thank you for watching, and with that being said, I'll see you soon.